Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Johnson, and I'm the CEO of Nexyz Capital, and I have here with me Nate Roll of 360 Management Group. Nate, how's it going?
Good, man. Good seeing you.
So today we are here in your property that I know a little bit about, a little bit, but you know, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell the people about the property.
Yeah. So it's a duplex built 1890 here in South Omaha, right off of 16th and Martha. Bought the property back in July, and we've had a full renovation that's being done. So what you're going to see is the upstairs is fully done. The bottom floor is about 75 to 80% done. There's still some more work that needs to be done in it. Actually, it might be a little closer to 90. And then we have a bottom unit that we're going to do as soon as we get both these, the top and the bottom, rented out. So that one's going to be either a studio apartment or a Airbnb.
Okay, cool. Now, before we actually jump into looking at everything that you guys have done here, I know what a lot of people want to know is, how did you find this deal?
Good question. So, long story short, I sent out a text blast to some absentee owners. This gentleman did respond. We went back and forth on price a little bit. There were some other things outside of that, contractual, that we dealt with. After a while, the lead somewhat went dead.
So I mean, a lot of times they do. They die out.
It happens. And so some slight follow-up, but then about 3 to 4 months later, we get a text asking if we were still interested in the property. He wanted to get rid of the property simply because he has another job. He has a job and he has another business. He has a lawn service business that keeps him quite busy. And the units have been sitting vacant for little over 2 years. So he was paying property taxes, paying insurance, but wasn't getting anything back out of the property. He wanted to fix it up. That was kind of his pie in the sky dream, was to fix it up and get people back in. But again, his time wasn't available for that. So it got to the point where he finally asked if we were still interested. We were. Came out, looked at the property, a little bit more negotiation. Then we left him with the original contract. And about 2 weeks later, called me up and we actually did an e-sign. So we did e-sign it. I was away at the time. I was in Florida. And so we got the deal done. And from that point, it's been all ours.
Nice, very nice. Now, what you guys don't know, but you're going to find out a little bit later, but I'm going to kind of give you a little hint to what's going on here. Nate came out of no money out of his pocket. Now, I know you've heard of deals where you come in with no money, but this was truly no money out of pocket. But we'll talk about that later on once we get down and talk about the numbers at the end of this video. All right, so we are here with Nate, getting ready to do this walkthrough on this property. So Nate, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it away and let the people know how this property does.
All right, so this is actually bedroom number 1 of 3. This bedroom actually leads in from the entryway. There is one door to go out into the living room. And then this door, like I said, goes into the hallway entryway. Large closet here, deep closet, good space. I mean, the bedrooms are fairly good size. There's only one that is maybe a little bit smaller, but all these have really good closet space, and like I said, really good size for the rooms. Then we'll come in here to the living room. The living room, all windows are being replaced in here, and I think we're looking at about 16 total. And if you see, these are really, I'm 6 foot, so these are really big windows. So they're rather expensive. But one thing about it is gonna make it to where, you know, heat stays in. It's always a lot better, you know, if you have the budget to replace those windows.
Definitely. Now, about what would you say it costs to replace the windows in this building right here?
I think we were looking at right around, I think we're at 10,000, maybe a little bit more for a full 16.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a pretty penny, but it's well worth it. Well worth it. Excuse the way but yeah, boob lighting. I love those lights, boob lighting. And then what we do is we transition into another living space. This can be utilized, like I said, as just kind of a secondary living room. You can make it into just like a family TV room, you know, or it could be where, you know, I don't know if you're like me, my grandmother had a whole living room that she didn't touch, she didn't do nothing, had the nuts on the couch and everything. That's what this could be utilized, or this could be utilized, or this is the actual
I said, for those of you who aren't old school like us, yeah, if you never had the experience of being in that living room with the plastic on it, you was like, hey, oh yeah, the good old days.
Good days, man, good days. So we also have a electronic thermostat through Honeywell that we haven't configured yet, and if you know Spanish, you could probably read that where, you know, I don't know anything about what that's saying. So, yeah. Our contractors, man, I can't speak more highly of them because outside of the vision that we had, they also helped us with this. So a portion of what we thought of was canceling this door out. So this used to be a door. We canceled it out so that the bedroom has a little bit more privacy. You don't have to worry about two-way walk-ins, things of that nature. And I don't know if y'all have ever lived in a house like that. I did when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s, and it ain't fun, man. It ain't fun when you gotta watch both sides and you gotta try and make sure while you're putting your drawers on, all that, man, it ain't no fun. So, then we come in here. We got the bathroom. The bathroom has an original clawfoot tub. We really wanted to keep these clawfoot tubs if we could because they're just, they're unique. Kind of adds to, you know, the aesthetic and kind of the lure of it. Smaller bathroom, so vanity is a little bit smaller, but still enough room where you can get, you know, you can get the job done, number one or number two. Then, bedroom number 2, obviously this is the one where the door was canceled. And then nice size closet in here. Replaced the light with the ceiling fan light. Again, windows, new windows. We also did put in AC. So we put in this had no AC when we bought it. So we did put in AC and they're 2-unit. So we were worried about whether or not we'd be able to get airflow up here, but luckily our AC guy figured it out. This is the furnace area in here. Nothing crazy to look at, but upstairs, that's what we have in here. Now, this is the kitchen. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a sink like this, but you ain't gonna find them unless you're in an older spot like this. And we weren't even sure if we were gonna be able to get this refurbished to actually keep it. We were thinking we were probably gonna have to get rid of it, which we didn't really want to just because of you don't see these really anymore.
Yeah, this sink is super old school and you know, unique to these older homes. So yeah, definitely if you can save something like this, it's well worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, shout out to our contractors, man, because they figured out how we were going to be able to keep this, and then they were able to formica the countertop, give it a really nice look. Then other portion of what we had to do was down here we had water lines that led so that you could have a washer and dryer. Now the thing about it was we didn't have an idea of where we was going to be able to put a stove and a hood and things of that nature. So again, their vision helped us when they said, well, we could just remove the water lines, we'll move everything over here, create the counter, keep the stove, and then have the hood up here, which was great. And then we weren't 100% sure what we would do on spacing for a refrigerator. We weren't sure where we would put it. They figured out that through spacing, I mean, it fits well, you know. So again, can't thank our contractors much more because man, they did an awesome job. So LVT flooring in the kitchen and throughout the hallway into the living room and the rooms. Nice color. I think it contrasts really well with the color of the paint. So
yeah, it definitely livens the space up and gives you that light that you know what I'm saying. When usually you're in a dark space in a dark home, you throw carpet down or something a little darker, it brings the lighting down. So having this light colored walls, light colored floors, perfect when the sun comes in and brightens your space up.
And so then this is the third bedroom. Again, windows redone. Closet space. We're just gonna end up building small rack to go in there. I mean, again, just really good. Here's more storage.
Nice. Two closets in a room. Always great.
I mean, this is probably one of the more likable rooms that I like. A lot of light, between both of these windows. Yeah, man. Like I said, one of my favorite rooms in the whole spot. So I'll show you guys what we have out here. This is the upstairs back porch area. So
so if you guys can't hear that noise there, we got a little hall here going outside to the window, but it's all good. We can get past that.
So we put up all the boarding. The way that everything was done, there were nails that were sticking out. So what we did was we put those up, just thinking about if a tenant has a kid comes out here, wants to play, and they put their hand up against the wall, we don't want a liability where something happens to their kid, so or a drunk adult. So we did that. One thing that we're not going to do, we're not replacing the windows outside. Now that's obviously going to be replaced, but we're not replacing them with brand new windows, just for the simple fact it's a back porch, not a real big deal. Probably won't be spending a whole lot of time out here, but on a day like today where it's comfortable, put a little chair and maybe a table or something, and you get a chance to enjoy the back patio. And it actually goes downstairs. So when we go downstairs, I'll show you guys what that looks like, because it used to actually lead to the street out there, but we decided we were gonna cut that out. So
I'll say like extra little features like this, like back porch area in a home, are great. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got kids, they can come out here when it's cold, hang out. You put a chair here, make this a little reading area or whatnot. But yeah, this is a great extra bonus on a house.
Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, let's go downstairs. And I'll show you guys the first unit.
All right, so now we are actually in the basement, or I should say the first level floor.
Yep.
And as you can see, it is an active construction zone.
Yes.
So
yeah, this one, like I said, upstairs we have pretty much completely finished. Down here, we're probably, what would you say, about 90% or so. About 90%? Yeah, so we're about 90% done with everything here. This is the living room. Windows have all been redone. They've all been replaced. again, you know, can't stress enough out, man. Especially in an older building like this, you definitely want to make sure you replace those windows. Save you a lot of money on heating bill and things like that. So again, the layout is somewhat of the same. You've got your living room here, and then you've got another area where you can have living access, living space here as well. So you can make one room a den, or you can make it where it's again like grandma's room, you know. So this one did have access into the bedroom, but again, we closed that off. That way, there's some privacy in that aspect. Over here, this is the first bedroom here. This bedroom is a tad small. It doesn't have a closet built in yet. So what we're thinking is maybe putting in a little closet area right here. Again, this is gonna most likely be a kid's room, so you don't need a whole lot of room, and putting a small closet here, just kind of an extended closet would suffice. So LVT flooring throughout the whole bottom unit, which upstairs was only in the entryway and into the kitchen. This one, you got it all throughout the unit.
Yeah, and that's like I said, having the same flooring upstairs, downstairs, you know what I'm saying, it does save you a lot of money.
It does.
You know, so that way, you know, like I said, for you guys, if you're starting your own project and you can keep the flooring consistent through all your units, do so. Save that money. Don't go out and get fancy and I want this flooring in this one and this flooring in that one. Keep it consistent.
Keep it consistent. Yep. Gotta think about that bottom line. This bathroom, we completely redid. The bathroom was in pretty rough shape. So brand new toilet, vanity, as well as the the bathtub shower. One thing that you know, you really want to think about, and this is just a quick tip, when it comes to renters, when you have a bathroom, you definitely and a shower, you definitely want to make sure that your bathroom light has a fan in it, simply, and it's controlled by one switch, simply because a lot of times, you know, renters don't think about the implications of what happens when they're in a shower, the type of steam that's let off, and then you don't have a fan that vents that out. You're gonna get mold everywhere, okay? That's gonna really be detrimental to you, because then you've gotta go in and you've gotta replace things, right? So take it out of their hands, put it in your hands, put it all in one. You can't get away from it. The fan has to run. All right. So just a quick tip on that. Here's another bedroom closet area. Again, this is where we closed off the access to this bedroom from the living room area. Again, LVT into the rooms. Good lighting with these big windows, and again, all the windows have been replaced. So, like I said, with these big windows, you get a lot of good light, man. A lot of good light. Each room, all throughout, all have boob lights as well. So you'll see that as a common theme with them. This is the third bedroom. Nice big closet. This room here again, good light. There we go. Nice good light in here. Windows replaced, boob lighting. Just a really nice room. Now I'll tell you, this right here, again, shout out to our contractors, because they had a vision that we didn't see initially. Wasn't even sure how we were going to be able to get this set up, but they figured it out. So what they did was all of this, all the plumbing for this was actually over here, and they rerouted everything so that we could have it over here, and then have more room for pantry area, and then that's where the stove will go.
Yeah, now I know that right there in and of itself is a costly job. I mean,
Yes.
you're going from here's your sink and your water over here to now it's being moved across the entire room over here.
Yeah.
I mean, and like you said, shout out to you guys who, said, hey, you know what, let's change this layout. Give it a little bit more room, which it does. It makes this room feel a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And like I said, as you said, you got your pantry area over here where, you can prepare food and, put your refrigerator over here.
Yeah.
Like, this is a huge undertaking.
Yeah. And again, it all comes down to we knew what we wanted to have done. We just weren't sure how to have it done. And our contractors, they understood the assignment and they got it done, man. And so again, shout out to them. Can't thank them enough, man. You gotta have good contractors on your side, man, and they'll make things happen for you. So I mean, look at the counter space, man. It's just something that we just did not think that we were gonna be able to accomplish. And they did it, man. They did it.
So make sure that when you're out here looking for contractors, you do your research.
Yes.
You find a good one, because there are a lot of guys out here who will flake on you in an instant. Another tip that you want to make sure you do when paying your contractors, do not give them all the money up front.
Nope.
Period. If you give them all the money up front when they're working on the deal, they're going.
That's why they hit. Yeah, that's why they leave town. So yeah, you're right. You never pay them all up front. Usually, what you want to do is have milestones, right? So once they hit this, they get some cash. Once they hit this, they get. That way, it continuously makes them need to work in order for them to get that full amount of the bid that they gave you. Like Brian said, you give them everything up front. They on the first thing out, the first thing hopping out. So yeah. So this is the bottom unit. Outside is pretty much just like upstairs, but upstairs they already put up all the paneling for the inside. So I'll just show you kind of what it looked like before, and then we'll show you the old access that we kind of took away. So this is kind of how it looked before. As you can see, these nails are all sticking out, right? And so again, we just wanted to make sure that, kids aren't out here playing and they put their hand up against there and then, they got a nail through their hand or something, or a drunk adult, whatever the case may be, right? They act like kids as well. So just want to make sure that we were able to take care of that aspect of it. And so this was actually entranceway from the side street. We decided to take that away simply because we want one entrance. Kind of just cuts down on possible problems, right? So you're coming in one way, who's coming, things of that nature. So just a decision that we made on that. And again, this is a spot where, if you want to put a little table out here and put a little chair or whatever, you get to enjoy, the deck a little bit and, keep it moving from there.
All right, so we got one more area to look at, and then we're going to go ahead and talk numbers with Nate. All right, so now, guys, we are going into the basement level of this duplex, which will soon become a triplex.
Yep. So down here, when I first came and looked at the property, immediately I thought about what's the value add on here, and one of them was being that we could put a third unit down here. If you look before, you wouldn't have seen how wide and how spacious this is because there was just packed full of stuff.
Yeah. Now, before Nate finishes this, rewind that just a few seconds. Value add. This is what you guys need to bring. If you're going to bring no money to the table, you need to bring ideas to the table.
Absolutely.
And adding another bedroom down here is a huge, huge value add.
Correct. So that was something that I saw immediately. So if you see how spacious this is, it didn't look like that when I first saw it, but I was able to picture it with everything being gone. And if you also look, I'm 6 foot. If you look, you see how tall these ceilings are. All right. So it was a no-brainer to me that, hey, this could definitely be turned into a third unit. So what we're doing is we're gonna have the water ran over here so that they have access to washer and dryer access down here. Okay. All through here, we're gonna have about 400 square feet where it's gonna be full livable space. And so entrance for the bottom level will be down here as an egress window. So we are able to make it into a full-on livable space. We're gonna make it so that from here to just about here is gonna be full-on living space. You'll have bedroom, small kitchenette area, and bathroom access. So we're either gonna make it into a studio apartment, or we will make this into a Airbnb. On 16th of Martha, we're really close downtown, so.
That's another thing, guys. A property, even though it is small, it can have a dual purpose. So like he said, either you're gonna rent it out to somebody who's gonna live in it or Airbnb it out. I mean, that's weekly income, could be monthly income depending,
Yeah.
I know a lot of areas are cracking down on Airbnbs and how long, somebody can stay, but if you're not in one of those areas, think about doing something like that with the property.
Be creative, yeah. So, yeah, man, just a lot of, like I said, creativity to know, hey, we could probably do this, and run it by our contractors, see what they think, and when it's a go, and man, you'll be surprised what comes about.
Cool. Yeah, so now we're about to jump into that moment you've all been waiting for, the moment where we actually talk dollars and cents. So we're gonna go back up to the third floor unit, kind of walk through that again, because that is a very nice unit, and we're gonna talk numbers. All right, so now it's time to get down to brass tacks. Before I do, there's a lot on the side of this house that came with this property. Extra added value. So yeah, the things that they can do with this property here, it's gonna be ridiculous. But now, back to what I stated earlier, zero money out of pocket, bro.
That's right,
Zero.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, so.
That's not possible. That is not possible. Come on, break it down to me.
You gotta have hundreds of thousands in the real estate. No, that's not the case.
Okay, I'm ready.
So essentially, if you understand anything about wholesaling, okay, that's where I get my ground level experience is through wholesaling, right?
Okay.
So what I was able to figure out, and this is through years of steady dedication, educating, things of that nature, was as long as I can bring some value, you can find somebody who's gonna pay for it, all right?
Okay.
And so the way the deal transpired was the purchase price was at $135. Now the interest that this brought when it came to buyers, I understood that this was a smoking deal. I had competition and I had people who were willing to pay quite a bit of money to get this deal from me. All right, so at the time I was looking at about a $30,000 wholesale fee.
Okay, so you passed up 30K.
Passed up 30K.
To keep the building.
To keep the building, to do a long-term play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check 30K now. That is not small chunk change.
Right.
That is a home run deal for a wholesaler. But sometimes you got to keep it and look further down the road.
Absolutely. And with the type of property that this isn't just a single family home. This is something where you have multiple units, you have a value add play that you could put into it, which made it to where it made the pie even sweeter, right? So that 30,000 looked good up front, and it'd be better if it was on a single family home, right? But since that 30,000 also gave me a way in to actually partner with someone in the deal and actually become part owner myself, I said that was the better play for me.
Okay. I definitely understand that. So when you guys are here wholesaling, sell the single family homes, but if you come across duplexes, triplexes, quads, hold on to those. Find somebody who will partner with you on that deal. If you can bring them a deal and they have the money and it makes sense, I guarantee you they'll most likely jump onto that deal with you.
Absolutely.
So, you know, unlike those single families, if you're renting those out, and no shot at anybody who's holding on to single family homes, renting them out, but if somebody moves out of one of these units here, he's still able to pay the rent with the other unit.
Exactly.
So, you know, so that turnover time, he's not stressing like, I need to hurry up to get somebody in here. Right. I can fix it and then get somebody in here without stressing out.
Absolutely. And so if you think about what no money means, right? No money for me was, I didn't have to open up my wallet and I didn't have to bring any money to the closing table, right? But what I did was I utilized what I would have gotten from at the actual wholesale deal itself and put that back in to the deal.
Okay.
So it made it to where I was still able to leverage a partnership, and I wasn't coming in where I was a full-on no money into the deal, right? But so what I did was I made money out of air. I made money out of nothing, right? I didn't have to go to a bank and get it. I didn't have to crack open my wallet and get it.
Yeah.
But the deal was able to supply me with the funds to get the deal and to become a partner.
So the money that you would have made, the people you partnered with, kind of just use that.
Exactly.
In your deal. So you're into this deal, like you said, with no money, but that 30K was used to leverage the people who came in with you.
Absolutely, because if you think about it, I could have sold this off to my partners for that $30,000 fee, right?
Yeah.
But what I did was I brought them in at my price that I got it for and told them I will bring in that $30,000 into the deal to make me a full-on partner, give me a little more equity in it.
Okay, I like that. So be creative with your deals.
Exactly.
Because like I said, when you have a good deal, the money will come. The partnerships will come.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I know, you know what I'm saying, in these times where things are outrageously overpriced, there are still deals out here to be made. Don't let the prices fool you. I mean, like I said, now things are starting to cool down a little bit and the prices are coming down, but interest rates are still high.
Yeah, and we still got a lot of sellers who are still in that euphoria of where we were a year ago, and they still haven't fully cooled off yet, but it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen.
So, guys, just stay vigilant. Those deals are coming. There's probably not going to be how like it was in 2019 and 2018, but the deals are still coming.
They're still coming. They're still coming. Yeah.
So I want to thank Nate for joining me today and showing me around this property. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. There are going to be more good stuff coming. And you know, so like off camera, though, I can teach Nate and show Nate how he can make extra money on this deal without doing anything extra on the deal. So until we meet again, my name is Brian, CEO of Nexyz Capital. My guy Nate here, 360 Management Group. See you guys later.